Welcome back to our Let's Play of Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. When I last left off, I was in the middle of the big fight to defeat the the Imperial Army. Trying to get everybody out safely. I don't know what this does.
No, not yet. I can still fight. Get ready. No, not yet. Help me out here. Follow my lead. Oh, I'm ready. Now watch me flex. Did you see that? My muscles always win the day.
Alright. So, while they're busy with that, you guys can all everybody move down here.
This is my duty.
Oh.
It's not over.
Now we have to guard against any enemy generals in pursuit. We can withdraw once everything is secure.
Yeah, they're not gonna let us just waltz out of here. Target the...
Go back him up.
the enemy as soon as they pop their heads out.
Well, I guess we probably shouldn't let them escape. Shall I open the gate to draw them in?
Stop, Linhardt! Don't go off by yourself! I'm still too hurt!
If there's one thing Linhardt hates, it's a pointless fight. We might be able to convince him to surrender.
Alright, let's see if we can convince Linhardt.
I really don't have much choice, do I? Sometimes you have to fight even when it's a pain.
Indeed.
Has the Valley of Torment frozen over? I never thought I'd hear you say something like that.
Linhardt, don't you dare even think about dying for me!
I will do what I want, though I would prefer to avoid...
Alright, everybody.
Got it.
Any squabbles with you. Let me rest.
You know you'll end up dead if you keep going, right? So just surrender already.
You could have said as much before you beat me up. You're all cruel, you know that? But fine.
Where did Linhardt?
You were never the type to fight to the death anyway. If anything, I'm relieved. So you captured Linhardt, huh? Sorry to ruin your fun, but I'm taking him back!
Is he the only enemy general?
Alright. Let's see. You.
Let's try this.
After
Let's see
you.
how this goes.
Please.
You.
Excuse me.
Go after you.
Is this okay? You can count
Alright.
on me.
Or let Cynthia. There.
I'll do my best. Got it. I've got this.
I've got it. Let's give it a shot. Not a problem. I've got that.
Or left? Then let's take care of him before reinforcements arrive.
If we can spare the effort, wouldn't it be preferable to take out all the nearby strongholds?
Nice one.
Let us take them by storm.
All right.
Got it. Time to all right, take it down.
I'm losing.
It's one stronghold.
Please, excuse me. Is
Follow my lead.
Watch me flex! Did you see that? My muscles always win the day!
All right. Just really quickly grab this.
my blood compels me?
Follow my lead.
I'm ready! Now watch me flex! Did you see that? My muscles always win the day!
I completely missed him.
I shall aid you. I'm all right.
Okay. Everybody should stomp on him.
Now there's less chance we'll be attacked during our retreat.
Come on. None shall surpass me.
I got this!
Greatness demands it. You wish I could do this someday.
Don't ever know what hit.
You wish. You shall not get in my way.
Alright, sorry, Caspar.
Oh, come on!
Alright, defeated Caspar.
Fine, I can keep Linhart then. I can't die here.
Caspar has retreated.
Now we don't have to worry about them chasing after us. Let's get a move on and retreat before... What's that?
That's what.
You appear to be outmatched,
Hey,
Caspar.
Ferdinand.
Allow me to show you all the full might of the Empire.
Reinforcements have already arrived. Then I have no other option. House Gloucester hereby swears fealty to the Empire.
What?
Cease fighting and throw down your weapons. Further resistance is futile.
We would have won.
What? Fall back! We need to get out of here!
We could have beat them.
What is the meaning of this? Father, why are you surrendering to... Father!
I could have beaten them. Ooh, big bad Ferdinand.
What is the meaning of this? Has the Alliance forsaken my father?
Far from it, Lawrence. Just calm down and we'll talk this through.
How am I to remain calm at a time like this? The noble House Gloucester has been relinquished to Imperial control!
Yeah, on their own
Considering
volition.
This position, I'm sure Count Gloucester anticipated this possibility and has already laid the groundwork to switch sides. I doubt the Empire will lay a finger on your father.
So you've been thinking Count Gloucester might surrender all along?
The Count's greatest concern has always been keeping the people of his territory from getting swept up in the war. It only stands to reason that he'd prefer a noble surrender to a lengthy, bitter resistance.
I expect House Ordelia will follow suit and pledge fealty to the Empire.
Will you?
Lawrence? Shouldn't we be returning to the Count?
If we go back to House Gloucester, we will no longer be able to fight for the Alliance. Is that what you desire?
No, of course not. Far from it.
I intend to remain with the Alliance army as well. Assuming that's alright with you, Claude?
I wouldn't have it any other way. This war has only just begun, after all. Since we've lost the bridge, the Imperial Army will soon descend upon Leicester itself. We can't allow them to run rampant over our land. It's time to redraw the battle lines.
Okay. I defeated so many enemies, and yet I only got an A with... Why did I get a rusted sword? What kind of reward is that?
Yeah, not bad.
Hope I can do something with that.
This isn't my finest moment.
No, it's not. That's more
I am
like it.
still far from my best.
Gotta get stronger.
More fighting means more strength.
Everyone levels up.
Gotta keep pushing myself.
This'll make things easier.
I want to grow even more.
Alright.
That's what strength will get you. Gotta get stronger.
Glad I haven't been wasting my time.
Getting stronger.
That should come in handy.
Bullion. Linhart is not playable. And I've obtained 10 renown. Winning the main quest battle will grant you renown. You can receive greater renown for clearing as many quests while capturing as few regions as possible. Well, why would I want to do that? Renown is exchanged for various items in your personal quarters. No, I'm happy with the renown I got.
Everyone here? Well, let's get right into it. We have to figure out exactly where we stand in this war. As you all know, the Empire has taken the Great Bridge of Myrddin. The Imperial Army now occupies what was formerly House Phlegethon territory. House Gloucester has surrendered to them as well.
Doubtless an agonizing decision on my father's part.
Yeah, sure.
House Ordelia, to the east of the bridge, has also vowed not to take up arms against the Empire.
We had precious little in the way of arms in the first place. You have my deepest apologies.
You don't have to apologize, Lysithea. Count Ordelia did what anyone would have done.
And now Lawrence and Lysithea can't even go back home.
That's not all. After the battle, the Imperial Army crossed Gloucester territory and attacked Garreg Mach. Rhea and the rest of the Central Church have apparently fled to the Kingdom for sanctuary.
Then I suppose none of us will be able to visit our old school anytime soon.
I hope no one from the church was hurt.
There's no point in worrying about it now, but they're all tougher than you think.
Now that the monastery has fallen, the front lines are rapidly expanding north. It won't be long before Deirdre is within their reach. And if our capital falls, the Alliance goes with it. We have to stop them there, no matter the cost.
That all sounds well and good, but how large of an army will you even be able to raise at this point?
I don't think House Edmund will be able to send more troops. I'm sorry.
Which means House Goneril is the last of the 5 great lords upon whom we can rely.
I'm not so sure the combined forces of Houses Regan and Goneril will be enough to hold off the whole Empire.
We'll just have to work with what we've got. And let's not forget the hero of Daphnel.
Who?
He speaks of Judith, the head of House Daphnel. She was once counted among the 5 great lords.
We can definitely count on her. It helps that she seems to really like Claude for some reason.
Okay.
But we can't expect much from her in terms of sheer numbers. Any chance the kingdom could send troops?
I doubt they'll have any to spare. They've just started engaging the Empire themselves over in the west of Fargus. And besides, I'm not sure how much we can really trust them. I still have no idea what's going on in Dimitri's head.
Vengeance.
Well, we have an idea of how big our army's gonna be, if nothing else. What's the plan?
I'm still working that out. For now, all we can do is hold our ground and fight with everything we've got.
Okay.
You can always count on me. And my muscles.
Thanks, Raphael. That unfounded confidence of yours is like music to my ears.
Lady Rhea, Sedith, I'm relieved you both made it out unharmed. It appears we arrived just in time.
You have our utmost thanks for aiding in our retreat, Your Majesty. I can only apologize for the trouble we may have caused your outfit.
King Dimitri, I cannot express just how grateful I am to you and all the fine people of Fargus.
The honor is mine. Your order provided me with immeasurable aid during my ascension to the throne. My citizens would have branded me a heathen had I not returned the favor.
And now it seems we are the ones who owe a debt. The Church shall provide whatever assistance it can to your efforts.
If you see it prudent, I have no objection to placing the Knights of our Order under Kingdom command.
Thank you both. While it pains me to qualify our hospitality, this kingdom is not a wealthy one, neither in goods nor provisions. I fear we may struggle to compensate your soldiers, or even to feed them.
You needn't trouble yourself with such concerns. Your generous offer of shelter will be more than enough.
Very well. We've lingered here long enough. Let us make for Ferdiad. There's much to discuss. The Church, the Kingdom, and the battles to come.
It seems the Leicester campaign is proceeding smoothly.
Indeed. Count Gloucester's timely surrender allowed us to advance with minimal casualties. Ferdinand's battalion is tightening the noose around House Regan's territory as we speak. The Minister of Military Affairs is making the necessary preparations to move his forces into the Alliance as well.
Once Count Burgles takes the field, we won't have anything to worry about on that front.
Yes. And at the moment, we have little choice but to divert most of our military might to our conflict with Fargus on the Western Front. I fear Count Rowe's abrupt change in allegiance will have only served to further provoke the Kingdom's army.
Ah, yes, him. He disregarded our timetable and launched an attack on the Kingdom without our approval. And in doing so, has done nothing but make trouble for the Empire. Still, we can hardly afford to abandon him.
We have led our vassals to believe the Empire will always come to their aid. What a troublesome policy that has turned out to be.
The policy may be irksome, but we will not fail to honor it. Dispatch immediate reinforcements to Count Rowe.
Understood. And what message shall I send to Count Burgles?
I'm still a little wary of the Alliance's plans, but tell him we leave matters in his capable hands.
Okay.
Golden Wildfire. The Golden Guardian. After Count Gloucester's surprising defection, the Empire's invasion of Leicester begins in earnest. The Alliance Roundtable unravels, and the region descends further into chaos. Yet the Alliance does not yield. Claude takes command and rallies his comrades, insisting that so long as they can withstand the Imperial onslaught on Regan territory, they will survive.
And that's where things are. It's only a matter of time before the Imperial army marches on Regan territory.
Once again, Margrave Edmund is only offering financial support instead of troops.
My apologies. I'll do all I can on the front lines in my adoptive father's stead.
And on top of that, he sent his adorable daughter to risk her life on the battlefield. Unbelievable.
I'm so sorry for the trouble.
You have nothing to apologize for. The blame rests squarely on your father's shoulders. Mark my words, the next time I see him.
I think we get the picture, Judith. Save that fire for the battlefield. We're finally free of Count Gloucester and his overbearing pompousness. You don't need to go filling his shoes.
Isn't that exactly why you called me here? If I'm to fill his seat, I assume I also get his right to complain. Honestly, what's going on? The Alliance is facing an unprecedented crisis, and these great lords can't even show up to their own roundtable.
House Ordelia has no ability to resist the Empire, given our location and lack of military power. Were my father to take his seat at the Round Table now, the Empire might interpret it as a show of defiance.
I take it that means House Ordelia won't be contributing to the Alliance in any way. 2 of the 5 Great Lords have effectively forfeited their seats. Why not fill Ordelia's chair with someone like Viscount Seward?
Not happening. Can you imagine the fuss Albany and Burgundy would kick up when they learned we only asked Seward to participate? Those 3 houses have always been treated as equals. Besides, I doubt Viscount Burgundy could come even if we did invite him.
House Burgundy's circumstances are much the same as House Ordelia's. In fact, their position may be even worse than ours.
How are we supposed to stop the Empire like this? House Goneril was supposed to swoop in and save our skins, and even they couldn't bother to attend.
Leave it to my brother to eat some bad mushrooms just before an important meeting.
Don't you make excuses for him. If Holst couldn't make it, then the Duke should have come himself.
House Goneril has already pledged their full support. They're not the problem here.
Then why waste our time with this conference?
Our troops were provided by the Alliance's nobles. You know we can't act without a resolution from the Round Table, even if it is a mere formality. And anyway, the entire Alliance needs to be on the same page if we're going to coordinate our military strategy.
Well, as I said, I'm afraid there's not much House Ordelia can do, even if we are informed.
Be that as it may, we still have to get this done. Let's move on and discuss our strategy for the battles to come. This is it, folks. Right now, we need everyone focused on defending Deirdre. Here's the plan.
Very cutscene heavy.
When we fought the Empire at the Great Bridge, it looked like they had a number of mercenary groups working for them. And yet, I didn't see any sign of Gerald's company among them.
It's not like that was the only battlefield, and there's no shortage of mercenary companies.
That's true. And you don't have any inkling of when the Empire is going to launch their attack on Deirdre?
No clue. They could strike tomorrow for all I know.
Then I imagine there's no time to waste in formulating a plan and fortifying the city's defenses.
Yep. If we lose the initiative, the battle's practically over.
If that's the case, then why are all of you just idling the days away?
The army can't act until Claude returns from those meetings. It's like no one can even sneeze around here without it turning into an endless debate. A king or emperor can make things happen with a wave of their hand. But I guess it's not so simple when you're leading an alliance.
Ruling by consensus may work in peacetime, but it seems to have a distinct disadvantage during a war.
Hey, Claude's calling for us. Sounds like the round table's finally over.
We better get going. If we don't hurry, all the food will be gone.
It's not a banquet, you know. It's a war council. But yeah, we should move.
I'll be right there.
Let's start with introductions, shall we? Allow me to present the head of House Daphnel, the Honorable...